Meet Jake. He's a strong member of his organization's learning and development team. By the way, they're dynamite, thanks to Jake and a few of his co-workers. The learning and development team is always up on the latest trends and consistently produces a top-notch training program. Today, their boss gave them the challenge of proving learners clearly understand what is being taught in their latest training program. The student data typically collected and the measurement standards used in their current training program will not work this time around. Fortunately, Jake recently learned about an assessment technique called Learner Certainty Assessment, or LCA, that captures learners' certainty of knowledge during assessments, and he thinks this might be the right time to give it a try. Jake finds out that there's been a good amount of research performed over the last 20 years in many locations around the globe. Although it demonstrated promising results in the past, capturing the certainty of learners was difficult to put into real-world practice, until now. The older technique, also known as confidence or certainty-based marking, was highly statistical in nature and fairly complex to implement. And in most cases, it wasn't SCORM-friendly, so it didn't tie into learning management systems. With the newer technique, Jake sees how he can easily incorporate learner certainty assessments into his current training program. Both scoring and reporting complexity are gone, and there are several options for implementation he can use, from classroom spreadsheets to custom online development efforts to using the Percolate LMS. A few weeks later, Jake is successfully capturing learner certainty in one of the courses of their new training program. His boss agrees that this is a much better strategy for assessing competence. What's even more exciting is that the students in this class loved the new assessment technique Jake implemented during the pre-test and post-test. Assessing levels of certainty encouraged them to analyze how much and how well they understood new concepts, giving them the ability to better gauge their individual needs. For example, answering questions correctly with higher certainty increased Martin's confidence. Martin now knows the instructor can see that he not only passed the test, but that he was certain in his answers. And conversely, a highly certain answer that was wrong let Jenna know she needs to pay closer attention and not rush to judgment in the reliability of her answer. She'll need to go back and review the course again, and if that doesn't help, she plans to meet with her instructor or supervisor to get a better understanding of the material. Now, the organization can discover more about their learners' needs and adjust instruction to improve individual achievement and/or improve test questions. For example, everyone was uncertain about the same fact regarding one of the company's work rules. Jake and the learning and development team now have the information they need to determine if the material was not presented well, or if they need to simply revalidate the training content. Also, reports that detail levels of certainty and knowledge for all employees across the company can help managers and supervisors understand where high-risk gaps evolve in their teams and ensure those gaps are closed. So it's clear that capturing learners' certainty provided a more realistic training measurement and helped to prove employees clearly understood what was being taught in the first course. After speaking with his boss, Jake was excited to incorporate this assessment strategy into the remaining courses of the training program. Then, he spread the good news about this technique across the organization. Now everyone knows learners that demonstrate high levels of certainty and are correct in their knowledge reduce risk for their company while in front of customers or behind products and machinery. Employees are more relaxed and effective in their work, knowing they can be confident in the training they've received. And the entire organization can be confident that employees have been given all the tools necessary to fully support on-the-job performance. Jake, his co-workers on the learning and development team, and their boss are proud that another top-notch training program will play an integral role in their company's continued success.